Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention, but it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa?
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Itati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key.
This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
That's the
Sun
Ditati
will
abandoned
rise
village.
momentarily.
The enemy transmission originated from there. It'd be worth checking out.
Please select a deployment point. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Buddy has
You made it to the
infiltrated and
Ditati
the map
abandoned
has been
village.
updated.
That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
The map has been updated. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Listen. ¿Quiere que?
Analysis complete.
Ukanga kamono nazo.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Intel
Picked up an
file
intel file.
obtained. Extraction
According to this
arrived at
information, the
Mother
target is
Base.
headed for Gaziba camp.
The map
We
has
also have
been
his movement
updated.
route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gaziba camp. Take him
Analysis
down on the
complete.
savannah.
detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
CP, de Suicile. Verdachte persoon raken zien. Bekijk van de harde. Goed. Dat is CP, begrijp. Wees op je hoede. Uit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed. Marker removed.
Okay, subject is in.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get to extract him.
Controle hier is gestild. Onze hit waarschijnlijk aandringen. Geen extractie. Oor. Dat is CP, begrijp. Verdere verlies is onaanvaardbaar. Hou jullie oor uit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Het lijkt ons eruit. Het kan een zoek. Oor. Dat is CP, begrijp. Ons is onder een aanval. Alle jullie
Marker placed.
uit.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a deployment point. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our... The map has been updated.
target's movement route. Let the hunt begin.
Marker placed. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Eliminate
Analysis
him, however
complete.
you see fit.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Target extracted. We'll let the client know he's been dealt
Mission
with.
info.
Exfiltrate
Please
out of the
select support
console.
helicopter
Roger.
requested.
He's coming too. Roger that.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Caution, rain approaching. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, we finally